welcome back to the channel, to Messiah's Worship Warriors of the World. It's been a while since I've talked on here, so I figured now would be a good time to do so. And I thought it would be really fun to show you all my process of painting on silk flags. And this is actually my first design for painting on flags. It was a really long process trying to figure it out. There's so many different ways you can dye on silk. There's a lot of different dyes, so I was like kind of overwhelmed at first trying to figure out the whole process. And the reason I got started in this was it just basically started off as just kind of a desire. I would see these beautiful silk flags and think, gosh, I wish I could put some of my designs on there. And you know, at the same time, the Father's giving me like all these amazing visions of myself painting on silk, and not just myself painting, but also some designs that I would think, man, if only I can just get that actually onto some silk flags. But I didn't know how to do it, so I had to really rely heavily on him to lead and guide me in the whole process and finding all the resources I needed to do it, and pinpointing exactly what to do. The other thing that made it really tough is that I'm really pressed financially, you know, so I couldn't just go out and buy all sorts of different dyes and just experiment with all of them. I had to really be careful so that I didn't spend too much money. And so yeah, it was a little bit of a frustrating process, but it's really amazing how he's brought me this far, and he's opened the door to even some people to tell me. And one person actually showed me how to dye on the flags, and then the Lord opened the door for me to just kind of start talking to someone really amazing on Facebook, and she started giving me pointers on how to paint on silk, and it was just so amazing that the Father would do that for me. These flags are called Tribal Thunder flags, and they were actually inspired by, well, they were inspired by the Creator. I am Hawaiian and also Cherokee, although I don't know anything about the Cherokee. That's on my father's side, and they are pretty far removed from the tribe anyway. So I was raised Hawaiian, and there's a lot of generational trauma in my roots, as I have found out is the case for most Native Americans. As I have come out of the shadows and really struggled with coming out of the shadows that way, most people didn't know that I was Hawaiian. I think maybe they might have suspected, because I do look like I'm Hawaiian, but I wasn't like living that. I had abandoned my culture, and that's a whole nother story for a whole nother day and a whole nother video. But yeah, as I have wrestled with coming out of the shadows, the Lord has opened the door for me to become acquainted with some other natives who are plowing and really trying to show the Native people that we can actually worship in our own cultural context. What we've been told is a lie about, from the church, in fact, which is really sad, that we have to take on someone else's culture in order to be accepted by Yeshua, and that's not true. So one of the people, in fact, that I have been able to get acquainted with, they're called the River Winds. You might already know them. They have a ministry called Firekeepers International, and they've really helped me in a powerful way to come out of that and to really accept who I am and what Creator made me as, and how He ordered my steps to not just have it in my blood that I'm Hawaiian, but to also be raised as a Hawaiian. They have an album called Tribal Thunder, and it's so powerful to me when I hear it. It's just so powerful. And so these flags were very much on my heart. I wanted images that would express to the Native people, and kind of like a torch, you know, like whenever I lift these flags up, it feels like I'm lifting up a torch and the native people will look and they will see and they will recognize it and understand it in a way that draws them out. Because I do believe that this is a season that the Father, the Creator, is calling His people, the native people, out of the shadows. We've been hiding for such a long time, and I just think it's time for us to come back out and take our place as the host people of this land. And so I thought it would be really fun to just film myself while I was painting the flags. And so you can see the whole process. Of course, I sped it up so that you didn't have to watch through in a whole 12 hours, because that's how long it takes. It takes 12 hours to paint these flags. It is definitely a labor of love, but it takes me all day to do. Then I gotta let it sit overnight for the dyes to set. Then I gotta rinse it and then sew it. So it takes a lot of work to get it done. Some people think that I charge way too much for these flags, but I'm spending a lot of my time getting them done. And so yeah, that's just how it is. I'm actually not charging as much, I think, for my time as I think that they're probably worth. So you'll see once you watch the video, and so I hope you enjoy it. So thanks for watching, and here you go.